Friday afternoon. The last few tons of top-quality doubles from the Newhard seam come to the surface. 200 men wait for a sound they hear once a year. The music that signals not just the end of a shift, but the beginning of an opportunity.
I'll get no out of me now. Give a blind man a bloody lead.
An opportunity to see daylight all day for 2 weeks, to clear the coal dust from their lungs. Today, Denby Grange colliery grinds peacefully to a halt for the holiday, an annual prospect miners relish more than most.
It was EJ. Is it all there? Right, well.
284, Jake Gowley, and a smile, please.
Where's our date? 351.
Our lass will go bloody mad when she sees this. What do you need? Oh, for 3 weeks, man.
No, left for an hour.
I thought we'd doing stretch over 3 weeks, we'd have less bloody tax on. No, but I mean, it's stretched over 3 weeks, isn't it?
Wish I got no hard at that.
It's what they call I don't want wage, can I have my tax? That'd be all right, wouldn't it?
I've just enough for holidays, no more.
Hey, I'll show you what spending money I get, Blaze. Look here. That's mine.
Daddy.
Oh, that Raffles is mine.
I'll share.
Well, you're teasing home.
Anyway, have a good holiday, lads.
All right, anyway, be careless.
Cheers.
The Horbury and District Gardens and Allotment Society is after a gold medal at Wakefield Show. Jack Cowley, pit rope splicer and single-minded secretary of the society, corners his quarry.
Morning, Derek.
Morning, Jack.
Come for your fountain and whatnot. And,
Oh, blimey, you've just caught me at a bad time.
I think we'll take a few of these as well, kid.
Oh, you'll be lucky.
Why?
You've no chance.
Well, you've no chance with them either.
They've a long way to go yet.
I know they've a long way to go. You've a long way to go and all.
Good lord, they cost us £1 a piece, these.
I don't care what they cost you. Same bigger onions than them. Some bigger than them on Wakefield Market.
No, I don't believe you.
3 of them will look smashing on that
No,
barrel.
just hold your horses.
What are they, about 12 each?
You're miles out.
What? Let's have a look at your string. You've moved your hand.
I never have.
You have.
No,
You moved it.
16 inch. No, they.
Where? 14. Same bigger spring onions than them.
16 inch, no argument.
What about half a dozen of them from that barrel?
Half a dozen?
Well, go on 3 then. Just 3 from barrel.
I'll tell you what I'll do.
What?
These aren't ready. I admit these aren't ready. How about some carrots?
Ah, well, that's some carrots. But I want some onions and all.
They're still in the prime, isn't these? They're 6 weeks growing.
Prime?
I've wanted more special feast to give these.
They'd look better in a pot of damp steel wood, then. What are you talking about?
Hurry up, then.
And the miners going on the club trip to Scarborough mean to let nothing stand in their way. A good time will be had by all.
It's coming, yeah. Yes.
No, it's not so bad.
No, it'll match up pretty
Mark
well with the
deal.
others. You'll have to keep it that side up.
Well, go on then, we'll make them do.
Make them do.
Yeah, make them do. I could have done with another 2 onions, though.
No, there's nothing wrong with those.
Go on, they'll be all right when they're cleaned
That'll
up.
win you the gold medal.
They'll be all right when they're cleaned up, lad, will they?
The club trip rolls on to Scarborough. Down the coast in Mablethorpe, Ted Pickles, face worker and part-time Punch and Judy man, arrives with his family to renew a romance with the circus. James Brothers Circus is a family affair. The ringmaster swallows razor blades on the side. The Red Indian knife thrower doubles as Himalayan bear trainer and trebles as circus proprietor. His wife trains the dogs and the horses. They fit well into the faded fabric of Mablethorpe, where the traditional English seaside holiday persists, a wish-you-were-here postcard come to life, where the sea breaks like iced dishwater onto sand worked and reworked by a perennial labour force.
I've been pinching a few tricks, you know.
How long are you for then?
Just fortnight. Is there any chance of having a go this time?
Yeah, come on,
lovely.
we'll sort
Come
something
on,
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough, yeah.
Have you got your Joey suit with you? That's
Yeah,
the main
that's
thing.
him, yeah.
You're
I've
gonna
got a
have
little
some
dog
water
this
chucked on
time.
you this time.
Water?
You're
Oh,
right,
not
you're gonna have
again.
some
I
water
finished
this
up with a sore throat last time.
For 8 years now, Ted Pickles has worked his holiday in this circus ring.
The first time I saw a circus, I'll never forget that time because we was all at school, it was playtime, but all of a sudden this big stagecoach come roaring up to the school gates. Oh, it was marvellous, you know, I'd never seen naught like it before. And we had a chance to go and see this circus, and they run a trip from school. And, it's something, you know, it's something that really impressed me. I think that's when it really took hold of me, you know. And there was a certain act there at the end, I'll never forget it, frightened me to death. This woman was running along this plank, and she had to dive at this trapeze. And it seemed to be right across the ring, and she had to grab this trapeze. And she set off, and she shot straight through there, and she grabbed the trapeze, but it broke, and she shot straight down, and she just stopped to her head were about a foot off the floor. And you know, we all thought she were dead, but it was part of the act, and we were marvellous feeling, you know. And well, ever since then, you know, I think that's when it really got hold of me, this circus business, because you can't express it how it does things to you, you know. And but then I never seemed to get a chance to see another one until I came here, I think. We came for an holiday, and I brought this Punch and Judy hoping to work on the sands. And we came to see the show, you know, and we enjoyed watching the circus itself. And I could see how the clowns were going on here, you know, and I thought, I'm sure I could do that if I tried, you know. I'd like to have a try. But I was talking to the proprietor of the circus, asking him how I could get on to work on the sands. And that to be man short, he had to go off with a wagon somewhere, and he was supporting clown to Sonny. So I said, I volunteered for the job. They said, you'll never be able to do it, you know. I begged of them to let me have a try, and it was marvellous. They let me go in, and, you know, I didn't do much the first night, but it's that feeling and going in and that. And then I thought, I'd love to do this regularly, you know. And every year since then, we've been coming, and I've been having a go every fortnight, and I fair look forward to it coming to do it.
Have you got that? Fox doesn't want to go under there. Why? He all that bit of text now.
24 hours to go before the judging at Wakefield, and Jack Cowley's got trouble in the ranks.
We've got a pole to go here, haven't we?
Well, that's going to have to go further back. My God, with some bloody directors here. Right? You're in charge here. You're in charge, am I in charge? What about a few words? Isn't that good look back now last year?
He wants to go back a bit.
Lay up with another bloody comic. Leave it where it is. Leave it where it is. I can't get it. It's all right, is it?
Yeah, but bugger it. It's got to go back to get the pole in middle, isn't it?
What do you mean all in favour? I'm all in favour about it.
It's not me, it's one of him.
Yeah, do it my bloody way.
Jack Cowley knows what he wants, but there was a time when he wasn't so sure about his job. Like many, he's tried to break with the pit.
I came out for about 2.5 years, and in that 2.5 years I worked in the mill, on the buses. Well, I tried any number of jobs and I just couldn't settle, so I went back.
Why couldn't you settle?
Well, for a start off, you've got women, and where you've got women, you've got problems. And you've no women down the pit, you see, so... down the pit, you've got a comradeship, but there isn't on the surface. You go on buses and it's dog eat dog, and you go in mill and it's lady dog eat dog sort of thing. So down the pit you don't have them problems, and you've got perfect comradeship, you know. Just at present I'm working with a chap, I've worked with him ever since I started working. I suppose we could be classed more as brothers than workmates, really.
Is your son a miner now?
No, my son, I kicked him off canteen steps when he was 16 years old. He came for a job and he said, I said to him, like, what's gone wrong? Because, of course, little boy was with him then. And I said, what's gone wrong then? He said, nothing gone wrong, Dad. He said, I've come to see under manager for a job. I said, well, you'll get down that line, lad, because I said, it takes me 6 minutes to get back. And if you're here in 6 minutes, I'll kick you down. So when I got home, I found out he'd been in joint army.
The trippers arrive at the Pearl of Yorkshire's coast, topped up and ready for action.
Hello, boys and girls. Are you enjoying yourselves? Hey, oh, isn't it lovely? You like magic, children?
Down in Mablethorpe, Ted Pickle's holiday has rarely started.
1, 2, 3, and what's my magic cat? Are you ready, boys and girls? Come on, all together. 1, 2. Went to Scarborough one day on I think it was a club trip or something, and my wife and I, we wanted to take the kids to see this Punch and Jury show. Well, what happened? I couldn't get to see the show. You know, there are that many people there, but I managed to get the kiddies in, and I had to stand round the back, you see. And all I could see were the children. And I was listening to this show going on, you see. And then all of a sudden it struck me. I thought, I'm getting best show here. Not them kids, and you know, to see those kids' faces, I was amazed. I didn't realise what Punch and Judy did to kids and to people and grown-ups as well. And I thought, by God, I wish I could do that to them kids. I am a Dalek! I've been sent from outer space to exterminate Punch. Shall I kill, boys and girls? Yeah! Exterminate, kill. I'm here, enjoying my holiday, trying to make other people enjoy theirs. It's daft, isn't it? But that's how I like it. Yeah, then.
Just finished now. Right now.
What are they again?
What are you on the
Oh, I don't know. Can I afford 10 bob? For the pint then? Oh, a bit weight. Alright, drunk boat for a pint. Finish on bull? No bull. No bull.
In Bridlington, Harold Blezard, faceworker and dartboard hustler, has found a punter.
Oh! Hard luck, old lad. Hard luck.
All days I know, they're all the same to me, like, because I let wife go shopping. When it gets to 10:30, at pub opens. I'm in. Old guy. I go shopping till about 12, dinner time, then go for his dinner. And then when dinner's over, we'll go on to the sands, I take them onto the sands, and then I go gargling again. You know what I mean?
How much of a real change is this from work?
How much of a change? Well, if I've ever been down a pit, I've never worked down a pit. Yeah. How much can a man stand year after year, 20, 30, 40 years? How much can a man stand that? It's the biggest thing in his life, once a year. Once a year he'll go on and have an holiday and he can have a carefree holiday and get drunk if he wants. And if a miner can't get drunk, who can't? It frees his mind from all the worries of work. The face could come in, the water could break in, the gases could get you. Because when you're down there, you're away from this world altogether. You know, when 7 1/4 hours is up, you're going to see daylight again. But if out happens, you'll never see daylight.
Listen to that voice. If he shouted down the pit, you know, the rope to the end. He's got to do that even if there are only 4 in this tent. And if it's full, it's easy work. If there's only a few in, he's still got to do the same thing. But if he can do it and get one person laughing, that's his audience.
But how's it doing now?
Oh, he's holding his own at the moment. You see, he's got one. He's got one. You see, that's his baby now. You see?
And he'll concentrate on that child, will he?
That mother. He'll play to her all the show. See, that woman, when she's laughing, she'll make somebody else laugh.
Your turn to bowl.
Hey! Yeah, in that bucket there'll be more water in when I go in.
Good, alright. That's a bite nose me. Aye. Hey, that's a bite nose me. He's cutting me all along. That's a bite nose me. You've been cutting me right from the bloody start. And I'm thrown for full month. Yeah, Bella.
Yeah, go fishing. I'm diving fishing for supping. Do you like fishing?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you like supping?
I like my drink now and again, you know. I don't drink a lot.
No, I don't drink a lot. I don't drink a lot. I don't drink a lot. Only in moderation. Do you know what I mean? I eat it dinner time at 12, I think. Get it down. Are you having one, lady? Have a drink with me. What are you having?
Orange.
Drink me, Colin. What are you having? A pint?
Please.
What are you having, Lloyd?
I'll have that for mine.
All right. A couple of horses today. You can have what you want.
Right.
Hello.
Have you seen somebody?
Oh, he's around somewhere.
Well, you know, where can I get changed?
Oh, you can get changed in here.
Oh, ta.
Yeah.
One very full day and many empties later, the club trip wends its way home. The baby of Denby Grange pit is 18-year-old Kelvin Fraser, who now feels bold enough for a man-to-man talk.
First time I've ever seen you, you know, being able to talk to you, like, you know. Takes you some time to get in, doesn't it, you know? Before they even speak to you.
He's same as everything. It's the family feet.
As I'd been down longer, after I'd been down for, you know, 3 or 4 months, used to get shouting, hey, up the Shirley Temple, you know. Which you take in good heart, as you do. You know, I mean, if they'd have said this at first place, I'd have been all right, you know, a lot easier. And blokes had told me, some older blokes had said, well, lad, you know, you'll have to work here 20, 30 years before they'll take you in, you know, as one of their own.
Oh, no, them days.
But there are moments which bind the whole pit together. Kelvin already has a story to tell.
We got to rollers, like, and my battery come, you know how close it runs to you? Well, my battery had come round the side, and it just, all it did was bloody clip it, you know. And I can't give you every detail because it's all happened that quick, you know. And next thing I knew, my bloody leg were down in rollers. And one of the colliers, I don't know who it was, sat behind me. He caught on my shoulders, you know, and pulled me back up when we stopped. All colliers and that got off, you know. And Dennis Thompson.
They all jumped to your head, didn't they?
Yeah, Dennis Thompson, you know. He come and bloody, just like your mother would, like when you were a young kid, you know, put your head to the chest, you know. It was just like my own mother grabbing onto me, you know, when you're a little bear and you hurt yourself. After it had all happened, you know, I thought, well, am I going to be frightened of going down the pit again, you know? I think it does affect you. Well, you know, I was just frightened to death.
It does affect you. It does affect you because I've had experience myself. In 1996, I got fast in a machine.
Yeah. What were you badly hurt, so?
I had a rotten heel bone, 40 stitches right ankle.
If somebody had said to me at school, do you fancy working down at pit, I'd have laughed at him, you know. Because I used to think you guys were, you know, I thought you were big ignorant.
Very nice.
Lovely.
I mean, why did you go down at pit in the first place? Was it because you had a numbskull or, you know?
God only knows.
You know, was it because family were poor or?
Well, that's one of the reasons.
Well, look, why the bloody hell, if you come out of pit once, it's killing you, swallowing out dust, why the hell did you go back?
Son, I won't think they bloody say. It's like a bloody magnet. Once you're in, you're bloody in and you can't get out.
Get out.
Wait a minute. No, hold on a job. We haven't done yet, Will.
Sit down a minute, Will.
Nothing that I'll never get out of pit. Or most of percentage of my life I'll be in pit.
I think so.
You think so? Yeah. Fair enough, I don't.
Hey!
Come on, Gigi. It's not there like a wet lettuce.
Get him away, lad!
To just think on Friday I was black as buggery down the pit. And I'm here like this. It's marvellous. A real pain in my stomach's coming now, it's getting time. It's a marvellous feeling, but you don't like it, you know. We're going. Get ready now.
Stand by, Ted.
Right, we're off. Take your time and rush it about in minutes, that's what I mean.
Just take your time, Ted.
I wish I could go home to my mum. The frightened of the death. This is what's part of it. Once I get out there, it'll be different. I know. You know about laughing. I feel like bloody crying just now. We're going now. It's just something that bubbles up and it gets a right sharp pain, you know. But when you go out there and they start laughing, you've cracked it, you know. But if they don't laugh, it gets worse, I'll tell you.
Hello, kiddies!
Stephen! Stephen Humperdinck, is it? How do you do, eh? Are you going to have a nice time today, hello, darling? Now then, Fred, eh? How do you do? How do you morning? You're all lovely. Now then, Gladys, eh? What do they call you, eh? What are you laughing at, you silly kipper? Eh? I can't say anything funny. Hey, you cheeky kipper. Hey! Hello, children! Oh! On! Hello, children!
The morning after Ted's first night. A pill for the coal dust, a cup of tea and a smoke.
Let's just get rid of all that coal dust and start off again.
In Wakefield, Jack Cowley has been up most of the night, and he's still not satisfied. But there's a few hours to go yet.
When I first went for the job, we had a lot of arguments at home, and I was courting Thelma at the time, and we had a lot of arguments, and nobody wanted me to go down because my dad was down, and 3 uncles down, and they didn't want me to go, you see, and I thought it was something good to go down, you know. It was a bloody rough job, you know, and I wasn't cut out for it. I know now I wasn't, but I didn't then. You know, I thought, well, if they can do it, I can do it. And, well, when I went for the job, the under-manager, Mr. Davis, he said, where have you been, what have you done? I explained to him, I've been in the Air Force 2 years, and he said I was too soft, my bones had got set to a soft life, you know. He said, you're not good enough. And when I came out of the office, my dad was carried down with the rest of his mates, and he says, how have you gone on then? I says, he says, I'm not good enough. Well, my dad didn't want me to go down the pit, but he didn't like the idea of me not being good enough. And he went into the office. When he come out, he says, that starts on Monday. Oh, I was dead beat every night when I got home, you know. But I wouldn't give in.
So you weren't tough enough, really?
No, I wasn't, you know, but I said I could do it, and I got stuck in, and I had to do it then, you know. I mean, when you set off down a track, you've got to follow it. I mean, I couldn't I'd be letting myself down and show myself right, Mary Ann. But I suffered for it, you know, with my chest and that.
What led you to realise that you weren't tough enough for the job?
When lads were lifting tubs on that I couldn't shift. But I mean, we mining that, you're on your knees. I mean, when we go back after the holidays, it won't be just as muscles aching and that. Your knees are so, you haven't been on them for a fortnight, you know, and Monday they ache, and then at Tuesday, oh well, they're aching from Monday's work, and then they're having to do Tuesday's work, and they really get sore on your Tuesday. You know, you can see, lads, you can see they're going through the same pain as what you're going through, because your knees have got soft in that fortnight.
What's been the worst scare you've been involved in?
Oh, the worst one. It was, should say about last November. I was cutting this face, and 2 mates with me, Les and Andra, and I was at the front of the machine. And it was cutting normally, and I don't know what did it, but I seemed to have a sixth sense or something, you know, and I just happened to cutting, I just had to glance round, and I've never seen anything like this before. I've seen roof weights where the props have started cracking and things like that. But this, everything seemed to be on move like that. And I mean, when I've seen ordinary roof weights, you know, it takes a few minutes, you know, and it settles down, it cracks a bit. But this, something seemed to tell me it was different. And I looked, and my heart stopped. And I said, "Hey, up, come on, we're off." And I had to creep past the machine, and then there was Andrea and then Les. And I passed those two. Before they could turn round, I were off, and I've never moved as fast in all my life. And I've never been as frightened. And when I got to the main gate, they'd fired the ripping shot. And all the ripping was down. And we couldn't get out, you see. And Les was next behind me, and then Andrea. And then another chap come. And I said, "We'll have to stop here." And we could hear it all rumbling, you know, like thunder in the distance, as though there were a thunderstorm outside. And then somebody shouted, "Get us out, get us out." And when this bloke started screaming, I started scratching with my hands. And I dug just enough hole to get through. And when I peeped over the top of the ripping, the girders that set, you know, in the past days, they were dancing in the gate. And I shot out, and I run. And when I got to the end of the gate, the other chaps were behind me. I was the first out, the other ones behind. And the men that had been working the main gate, they'd all gone previous to this. And one of the chaps, the last one to come out, as the bars were coming down and fastening him, you know, and he'd all on to get through them. And the props that were set like that, the wooden props, they were twisting and rocking out, and we were all there, and we were all trembling, petrified. And we went. I'm not jesting. We went back the next day. We wouldn't go anymore. We couldn't face it. I mean, and that's never happened before. When the noise has gone, lads, we're used to it. We've gone back in. Anyway, the next time we went in, where I'd been working, and where the coal cutter was and everything, it was all flat to the floor, props smashed and everything. I've never seen anything like it since, and the only trouble is now that when weight starts coming on, you get that same fear again, you know, and I've never seen. Oh, your heart just seems to stop.
But that sort of thing, I suppose it can't happen often, can it?
Well, I was once at Criddleson Colliery. I had a day off, and they sent a chap in my place, and to cut the face that I should have cut, and he got killed.
Hello exhibitors, hello exhibitors. Just a reminder that the entries close at 12 noon, that is in 18 minutes time. So if you have any more entries to make, will you please hurry along and do so now?
I found it going to last house.
Oh, last house, I think.
Yeah.
That's all been shown now. It's fine.
We thought it was going to let us down last year, and it didn't. It'd be all right with that.
A good talent then.
Nice leg, John, but not entirely satisfied with the roll. Anyway, it's there now. What, with 5 minutes to go, and that's it. Pop up then. Hooked it good. Good job, I know him.
Yeah, something like that, you know. Don't you come, you know, doing something silly as well, see? Now, another thing today, when I'm laughing at you today, and I'm going like this, and I'm laughing at the kiddies, all you do, you seem, you know, somehow you just come up like this, and you, shit, that's no good. Here, come here, Ted, I'll give you a demonstration. And you're laughing, you're taking my place. Can you just put her back a bit, Bilbo? You're taking my place, you know, you're laughing like this sort of thing. Now, I'm Bilbo, all you. Right. You see this, look, Ted.
These are amateurs.
Now we look at this. This is in the amateurs, yes.
Good potatoes. They've got the variety here, but they haven't used the material as well as they might have done, I think. Well, you know, the back to go straight through like that. I mean, it's a line straight through it, which isn't effective to me.
The barrel there, isn't it?
I think the fruit and vegetables are good. I wouldn't complain about those at all.
God. Only a bloody silver.
Silver.
Bloody hell. What about that, Barry?
We've been robbed.
Aye. Yeah, we've been robbed.
There are no easy victories for Ted Pickles either. Each meagre audience brings its problems, like little boys who won't laugh.
We had run the other night, and I thought I'm never going to get him. And they said, "Oh, what they call you?" I think he said he called him Myrtle. "Oh, that's a nice name for a girl, you know." And he still wouldn't have it. Usually he said, "I'm a boy," you know. But he wouldn't have no. I tried all sorts, you know. "I know you, your mother's a woman, you know." No, he wouldn't have nothing. I know you, your mother's a woman, isn't she? Hey, is she? Is she? Oh, hey! Oh, here we go again!
Professor, what exactly are you trying to do?
Ah, dear. Oh, here we go. Oh! Hey, what's the matter? Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
For the circus band. Now, ladies and gentlemen,
That was a lot better, Ted. A lot better today.
That one was really better.
How's the show going, Ted?
Well, it's going great guns just now.
Boy, it went very good that time. A little bit more take your time, you know.
How's the audience liking it?
Well, they're warming up just now, you know, they're just warming up. But they really take to this little bit we do now, the water gang, they really take to it. We've got a woman there nearly weeing herself, you know. and we work better because we put more gags into it, you know.
Oh, don't get me goose, Ted.
Right, you get gassy.
What was it like tonight when you got your first laugh?
Terrific. That's what, well, I've been waiting 12 months for that.
Do you change for the on?
Yes.
You do.
I'm gonna get changed.
Scarpa, real quick. We're on next. On next, Ted.
Do is throw the egg up in the air. Something's Shall I? A little bit of the old salt and pepper.
Professor,
Now all as you've got to do, Billy Bowes, is throw the egg up in the air and you crack it on the plate.
The plate?
Yeah. Nothing. Not the plate, you sloppy sausage.
Oh, no.
You throw the egg in the air, you silly willy. Oh, It's your fault!
Now get it right this time, Professor.
I said get it right! Get it right this time! Oh! Who did that? Where's he gone? Yes, yes. Nothing to it. You put it in the frying pan like this, you see.
I see.
Oh. Now all that you've got to do, you stir it up for 150 years. Keep your eyes off it, you, I'm telling you. Be careful what you're doing.
All right, Bilbo, light the gun.
No!
Come on, you Professor, he's gone crucified. Bilbo, come up higher. You useless. Professor! Come in here, do something quick. Come on, you don't stop. What is the matter? Welcome, Professor Snow.
Ta-ra, Jill, ta-ra. It's been really tiring. I've had a fortnight of it, and I've enjoyed every minute. But I'm tired, you know. I'm tired. It does get you tired, you know, where you're running about and chasing after this and chasing llamas up and down the place and donkeys and that. But actually, I'm not more or less tired. I think I'm a bit sad. You know, I think that's what it is at the end of the job. At the end of the holiday, you feel rotten, you know, when it comes to this part of the holiday. But you've got to go back. You've got to leave all this gaiety and smell. It's a lovely smell, isn't it? You know. You don't smell all that. All that you smell now, pities if a bloke of 2 mile away is feeling a bloody orange, you know, and you smell it and you think, I always forget to take one, you know. That's the only smells you get down the pit, apart from bad ones, you know, you get bad smells. But then when we get home, I shall get amongst the lads in the pubs, you know, and start playing chess, and they'll be on about being, what is it? Is it Costa Brava or Costa Brava Fortune? You know, and they go all over the place. And I can't, it don't matter, they don't want to know what I've done, so I don't bother telling them, you know.
Why don't you do this all year round?
Well, I'm a miner, you see. But when you work in a pit, you know, when you first go down the pit, well, it's awkward. It's funny to express, you see, because what happens, you go, well, when I first went into the pit, all my life, up to, you know, leaving school, I went to work in a sports factory, making footballs, cutting them, but I was working, there were women doing the same job I was doing. And then I got called up in the Air Force. Oh, yeah, Bill Cream boy, you know, get in amongst them, you know, lovely. I thought it was smashing, I got in Air Force. It was. I was in 2 years, never saw a bloody aeroplane up flew. Boy, what a life. I finished a telephonist. Well, women are telephonists. Oh, that's how I met my wife. You wouldn't believe it. We were talking to each other 2 years before I actually saw her. No, but now we don't talk. But then I came home and I'd worked in women's jobs and things like that. Women could do the job. And I'd mates who I'd gone to school with. They were out pit. They were doing a man's job, you know. So I thought, bugger it, I'll have a go. My dad says, you'll never do it. You know, you've had a soft job all your life. But that were a challenge. You see, my dad was in the pit. My Uncle Jack, my Uncle Ted, my Uncle David. I was the only pansy in the family. I wanted to get in amongst them. I wish I bloody hadn't. Now I should have stopped in pansy, you know. And I learnt to be a miner. But you get brainwashed then. You don't think you can do hotels. And I think that's what happens with lads, you know. They get down the pit and they get sweaty in amongst this, and you get the challenge of the lad that's a bit bigger than you. He's shoveling faster than you know, and he's shoving harder than you, and you try to catch up with him, you know, because he's getting done that little bit before you. And it's competition. And I think that's what keeps lads, you know, at it.
But aren't you just playing at clowns if you aren't prepared to go out and do it properly and go on the road?
Of course, I am playing at clown. I mean, I'm playing at clown. Everybody plays at something, you know. You get blokes that buy train sets for the kids, and kids never get a chance to really play with them. They're playing at being kids again. You get blokes messing about with steam engines, spend thousands of pounds on them. And they're playing at being an engine driver that they could never be when they were a kid. You know, every kid wants to be an engine driver. Well, I wanted to make people laugh. I'm doing it. But I'm making other people happy at the same time as myself, you see. Whereas them blokes that spend all this money on the train sets and this, that, and t'other, and there's only them complete, they won't even let the kids touch them. Get off, you know. Don't touch that, don't touch that. Because they've got it all laid out. But I share my playing, you know. I'm playing to clown and I'm making other people happy while I'm doing it, so I'm not doing no harm, am I? Eh? It's all right, get Monday, Tuesday over, get back with the lads, you get that feeling again, you know, they're all on about where they've been and how they've enjoyed themselves. They're a good team of lads, pit lads, you know. They'll look after you. They will, they'll look after you. They'll look after you this way. You know, you can fall out with a bloke and threaten to have a punch-up. You hurt your leg, you trap your leg, or anything like that, and he'll be first one to help you. He's not one of these, you know, when they're not like that, you know, turn around, we've fallen out, leave him. I once got lamed, it was 2 years ago. It was a fortnight before the holidays. Ooh, I was in pain here. This prop flew out. This prop, it flew out and it caught me there. Just, you know, in the kidneys. Just about there. And it cracked me 3 ribs. And I staggered out on my hands and knees out of this face. And when the lads got to know, they said, where you going? I said, I'm going home. I said, I'm badly. Ted's hurt. They got on the telephone, Ted Piddles is hurt. And there were 12 lads there within no time. They had me on a stretcher, carrying me out. They wouldn't move me. You know, they wouldn't let me walk. I said, no, I won't. No, they had me on that stretcher. And them lads, you ought to have seen them. They told their rope out getting me out of that pit. As a matter of fact, you know, I was on that stretcher and tears were running down here. Not through pain, through shame. I've been hurt, and them lads towing like that to get me out. The sweat were pouring out of them. They had to lift me over tubs that was in their way, carry me here, up and down. And I felt ashamed for being hurt, for putting them lads to it. And then it makes you realise then. It's things like that that make you realise what good mates they are.
Are you looking forward to going back down the pit?
Yeah, well, you are. You ought to be a comedian. Do you want a job with Charlie Williams? Looking for it to going back down pit. No, I'm not looking for it to going down pit, but I shall have to go.